Hey everyone, welcome to wrestletalk CZW or Combat Zone Wrestling, where I'll be talking about 5 wrestlers from Combat Zone Wrestling. But first, I wanted to announce the 2 wrestlers that you may know from WWE that actually worked in CZW at one point. Number 1 is Dean Ambrose, more commonly known as Jonathan Good, and he used to wrestle under the name John Moxley in CZW. And then there's also a member of the Spirit Squad, Mikey, who wrestled under Sick Nick Mondo in CZW. So CZW became popularized because the history with CZW and Dean Ambrose was posted on YouTube by a lot of people, and then it became popularized by that. So here is 5 wrestlers from there. The first one here is Lucky 13. More commonly known as Kevin Papix. I don't know if that's not right. Born on September 19th, 1984. He was born in Bloomsburg, New Jersey, and his ring names are Retail Dragon, the 13, Lucky 13, and Curtis West, 5'6", 161 pounds, built from Super Walmart Aisle C as Retail Dragon, and he trained by Chris Hero and Mike Quackenbush, and his debuted in 2005. His finishing move as Lucky 13 or 13, which is the Frankensteiner, and as the Retail Dragon, the rollback driver, which is the standing Sharon Nui, transitioned into a double knee backbreaker. His signature move is the Shooting Star Press. He is a former CZW World Tag Team Champion twice with Devin Moore and Danny Havoc and CZW Cage of Death. He also studied exercise science at Frostburg State University, and he was also trained at Team Hammer and MMA, competing in several fights across the northeast of America. Okay, we are going to move on to our next one, which is Sozo. I think it's pronounced how he pronounced it, more commonly known as Niles Young, born on May 7th, 1982. His ring names are Niles Young, NY of CK, and his ring names are Niles Young, NY of CKNY, and Sozo. And he was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's 6 foot, 203 pounds, built from Greenwich, Connecticut, trained by CZW Wrestling Academy, and he debuted in March 8th of 2003. His finishing move is the Barn Marchera, which is a diving double foot stomp with a chair, and the NYPD, which is Niles Young, or the Niles Young pile driver, which is a tilt-a-whirl kneeling reverse pile driver. His signature moves are the tribute kick, which is a running arch big boot, and the West Niles reverse virus, which is the double knee gutbuster. His championships include the ACW welterweight champion one time, CZW world heavyweight champion one time, CZW world junior heavyweight champion one time, CZW world tag team champion one time with Derek Frazier. Okay, we're going to move on to Monster Mac, more commonly known as Steve Carcelquillo. I don't pronounce that right, I'm sorry. Born on May 3rd, 1979. He was born in Brooklyn, New York, and currently resides in Charette, New Jersey. His ring names are Monster Mac and Steve Mac, 5'10", 275 pounds, built from Bed Stew, Do or Die, Brooklyn, trained by Homicide, Magic, and Manny Fernandez, and debuted in October 1998. His finishing moves are the clothesline from Compton, which is a lariat, the back splash, which is a frog splash, and the Van McIntyre, which is a corner-to-corner missile drop kick. And his signature moves are The military press slam sometimes into the turnbuckles. Mac bomb was the power bomb, and an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. He is the cousin of Brandon Silversley, better known by his ring name Loki, Senshi, or Kaval. He is a former CCW World Tag Team Champion currently as well with Dan Maff. He's ICW Tag Team Champion with Mafia, and he is also the WXW Tag Team Champion twice with Mafia, among others. Okay, we're going to move on to Danny Havoc, more commonly known as Danny Havoc. His ring names are Danny T. Havoc, Danny Tiberius Havoc, Danny Havoc, and he was born in Cylinder, Iowa. He's 6'1", 190 pounds, built from the unacknowledged capital of hardcore Cylinder, Iowa. He trained by Chris Hero, DJ Hyde, and Mike Quackenbush, and he debuted in July 30th, 2005. I'm sorry. His finishing move is the General Order 24, which is a wrist clutch Death Valley driver, sometimes from the ring apron into a table or onto light tubes. Signature moves are the Iowa State Cyclone, which is a corkscrew moonsault, and there is no Vacillin Death Grip, which is a Dragon Sleeper. His championships, he is a former CZW Ultra-Violent Underground Champion twice, CZW World Junior Heavyweight Champion once, CZW World Tag Team Champion twice with Devin Moore on Lucky 13, and others. Okay, we're going to move on to our final one, which is Joker, more commonly known as William Bill Posta. I don't know if that's not right, I'm sorry. He was born on October 10th, 1983 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and his ring names are Colt, Cabunny, and Sashi, and Joker, I'm sorry, I don't know where I got Yoki. 5'11", 190 pounds, built from Chicago, Illinois, as Colt Cabunny. Trained by John Damer and Mike Quackenbush. He debuted in April 1st of 2000 and retired in September 2012. His finisher is the Joker drive, which is an electric chair driver, sometimes from the top rope, and the magnitude bomb, which is the elevated power bomb. His signature moves include the Joker Plex, which is a 3/4 face lock, leg hook, belly to back suplex, the kinky elbow, which is a crooked arm leg lariat, the lariat, the kneeling reverse pile driver, shining wizard victory roll, exploder suplex, diving headbutt, diving double foot stomp, cannonball, and the anaconda vice.